there, my name is Mike Munzing with Munzing Mortgage Group. I make these videos to give you updates on the mortgage industry here in California, Orange County more locally, and also nationwide. Hey, it's been a few weeks since I've been here. Got a lot going on the last few weeks. I told you about the Constitution Day event that we put together. I think I mentioned I was going to be Samuel Adams. Gotta love the stockings there. That was a couple of weeks ago. Last week I had the honor of joining my wife out in New York. She had to go out on business, so I went with her. I was still working out there, but had a great time out in New York. So it's been a couple of weeks since I put the videos out for you. This week we're going to recap the foreclosure numbers for October. We're going to cover some good things there, let you know what's happening. But first, I want to show you once again the photo shot here of my website to remind you when I talk about going to my website and opening up the flyers. Over on the far side there, you can see all the blue buttons going down the left side of the website. That's where most of the links are to the flyers and different items. You can see I've got the videos in the middle. Very effective site. A lot of folks like it. Very helpful to your clients. You can send your buyers over there, get some good information. Once again, that's at www.mikemunzing.com. First, let's jump now into the rates for the week. It's been a tough couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks. The bond market's been off quite a bit. So we are a little bit higher on the rates than we were, a month ago or so. But historically, we're still looking fantastic. Print that up once again on the website and take that to your open house so you at least have an effective idea of what's happening. You can talk to the prospective buyers. The rates are still historically fantastic, still in the mid to low 4% range. They are tremendous. If folks can get into a 15-year loan, you can certainly get into the mid 3% range as well. It was just quite impressive. Okay, as I mentioned, we're going to jump into the foreclosure report for October. This information, I'll bring it up on the screen here, is a report on my site from Foreclosure Radar. Sean O'Toole does a fantastic job over there. He had mentioned on this that the effects of the moratoriums, the halting of the foreclosures by all the banks has affected us. Now, a little bit less, as you'll see on the beginning stages, but a little more in detail at the actual steps of the courthouse where they held off on the foreclosures. You can see on the report here, and let me read a little bit of what Sean was saying. Despite the short-term impact of foreclosure sales, the latest foreclosure scandal will likely lead to a little more than a new scam perpetrated on those who have already lost their homes. See, what he's talking about is much like the loan modifications and some of the others. This hold-up, this documentation issue is going to create more problems as it pertains to nefarious groups coming in to take advantage of that. And you'll see some of that here. Okay, let's jump into the charts for the month so you can take a look at all the different variations of what's happening. Once again, in the beginning stages, you've got the notice of default. That's that first step where the lender files on the homeowner. And those dropped about 16.82%, as you can see on the chart here. That is down to about 27,217 properties. Next, we have the next stage, which is the notice of trustee sale. Well, after a certain time period, the lender lets you know when that foreclosure sale is going to be. And that is pretty much level. It's up about 1.9% at 27,375. You can see that moving across month after month in a fairly tight range over the last year and a half or so. Next is where, this is where the big hit from this whole banking thing came in. As you can see, the substantial drop in the actual foreclosure aspect. The three things happen. You either sell back to the bank, sell to a third party, or in some cases they cancel. But in this case, it would be the properties that actually went back to the original bank, dropped nearly 30%, almost a record number, once again, because of this banking hold-offs, and that dropped to about 10,612. Next would be the properties that go back to the third party, which is down 26.4% to about 2,161. Now this would be the investors who were buying the properties at the steps of the courthouse really dropped off. A lot of times because the number of properties was down. But finally would be the foreclosure cancellations. That's down 15.46% to a level of about 12,897. Now a lot of the cancellations come from the modifications, the different governmental programs, and after a certain time frame they do cancel the foreclosures because the modifications have taken hold and folks are actually making their payments. Last three charts I want to cover real quick would be the volume of properties in California in a pre-foreclosure status. That's at about 144,000 properties, up 3.6%. You can see once again that's a big volume number, so it moves fairly stably across the chart there. After that you've got the properties that are actually scheduled for sale. That notice of trustee sale has been filed, so they're actually scheduled for sale. That is exactly level with last month at about 117,000 properties. And finally, a very slight rise of 1.8% of the properties having been taken back by the banks, currently held in their REO inventory, you might say. And that once again is up about 1.8%. I hope this information is informative to you. The markets are still very interesting as we're coming into the holiday months. I know the Orange County home sales market has dropped off a little bit. Inventory's dropped off a bit, but we are still seeing some home buyers coming out. And once again, I've been out here 21 years as a lender in Orange County. I've got all the programs that are out there. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA. Some of the really eccentric, quirky programs I don't participate in, but most of all, the primary stuff, the primary loans that are going on, I've got for you. My rates are fantastic. I've got some incredible investors still. They are coming back into the market, and the rates are fantastic. So I'd love to be here for you. I'd love to be here for your buyers. Go to my website, take a look at my online application, take a look at the charts and graphs and other good information that I have out there for you. It can be very effective when you're working with new buyers, even when you're working with your sellers. But once again, remember to give me a call. Mike Munzing, Munzing Mortgage Group. I'm at 949-689-5626. Come find me on Facebook. Come follow me on Twitter. Once again, look forward to working with you in the coming months and especially into the new year. God bless you. God bless your family in this wonderful Thanksgiving time as Christmas and the holidays approach. Hopefully it's a beautiful season for you. Take care. Bye-bye.